Today, I'm going to actually review something with a script for once instead of standing in front of a fucking camera for 20 minutes repeating the same point over and over again. Anyways, today's game is my childhood favorite, Lego Island. It is an action-adventure point-and-click game developed by company Mindscape and published by Lego themselves in 1997. It is the first Lego game on PC. A lot of people say it's the first Lego game ever, which is literally false. Like, that spot goes to Lego Fun to Build, made in 1995 for the forgotten Japan-only Sega Pico console, which was basically an educational console. In this game, you explore an island, if you somehow didn't get that from the title, full of insane fucking people, and probably because the island is so small. Half the niggas on this island definitely have some ADHD or some shit. Like this cop you meet right outside of the starting building.
You're not under arrest, but wait, I'm watching you. You're probably here to build the helicopter. Well, it's about time. For lunch. No, I just ate. Well, wait, I just ordered in. Oh, no, order in the court. You're under arrest. Oh, it's still you. Hey, why don't you make yourself useful and build the helicopter? Snap to it. At ease. I like you, kid.
Wait, you like who? Anyway, the first guy you see after the opening movie is the Infomaniac. And yeah, that name perfectly describes what type of character we're seeing here. I have to note how funny the animations are in this game, using a lot of squash and stretch, and even the funny dialogue makes me laugh even as an adult. As the Infomaniac says, you can pick multiple characters, though the only difference is the pizza mission and the dialogue that residents say to you during mission. Additionally, change small aspects of how you interact with the island, like Nick Brick being able to change the color of things, or Pepper being able to change objects or residents' hats. Oh yeah, there's certain missions you can do while exploring the island, like racing, hospital, and pizza delivery. During said missions, the game will throw a lot of ridiculous ass obstacles, like this douchebag that refuses to move, bruh. Like, what the fuck? Like, the nigga builds a whole ass fort. There isn't a lot to these missions in terms of actual gameplay, besides moving to point A to point B, but there's still a lot of charm and wackiness that makes up for it. Every time you complete a mission, you add to this score cube, which if you complete a mission successfully, you get a red cube. Which, I don't really think the score cube even does anything besides look cool and, like, you can show off to your friends back in 1997. Yeah. You also have to build vehicles before doing said missions, though it is very linear. Only customizable thing is these stickers and colors, and even then, some of the fucking colors for some of the pieces are kind of limiting. You can't even change the class color here. During these building sections, there's this guy named Building. Yeah, there's a lot of these dad jokes all over the game. He basically tells the child character, you, how the building controls work. He's probably one of the most entertaining characters in the game. Dude changes his accent every time he puts on a new hat, and it's pretty funny and kinda cool. Additionally, you can build a car to drive on the island. Hell, you can even speed it all the way up and eject it, and it starts driving on its own, like, all over the place. Also, the races show how more insane this island is. When you start the jet ski race, this shit just pauses for a second, then it just abruptly starts. Also, the woman you're racing is just spazzing the fuck out. I can't even tell if it's like a programming error the devs left in or something to even further the game's zaniness, though it's probably both. Also, there's these pyramids with question marks that told me that there was supposed to be Mario Kart style power-ups here or like a reference. I don't fucking know. And now the car race. What the fuck am I looking at? Man, this game is just LSD for children. Also, fuck this skeleton, especially when you're trying to turn to avoid his foot. This is a good time to bring up the game's controls. It uses the arrow keys like most kids' games, but this shit is very fucking sensitive. Good thing by exploring it, you can find this cave, which has this door, which if you click on it, there is a pirate voice that gives you some pointers.
Me beauty sleeves, go away. If I tell yous a secret, will you go away? Try clicking on the shift button on your keyboard, and then moving your mouse around to steer. It won't hurt your finger as much. But when you want to click on something else, click on the shift again before you do, to take it out of the easy to drive.
I personally just stuck with the arrow keys though, because I'm mostly just used to it by now. I want to take the time to talk about how good this game's soundtrack is. This is probably one of my favorite soundtracks in gaming, and I'm not even saying that because of nostalgia. The park theme, the hospital theme, and even the theme in the info tower is really good and nostalgic. It also perfectly fits the era the game came out. Like, just take a listen.
What's fallen yet? Hey, you see, there's this parrot. I guess we disturbed its sleep or something, but it's been dive-bombing us ever since. What I need you to do is get your clown boys over there to hold the stretcher under the roof and catch my partner when he falls. Then get him to a doctor, because that parrot's presently pecking pieces out of the painter. Right, that's 3 times fair.
Not that you need any help.
If you don't get on my face, I feel like niggas on this island were just too crazy for normal Lego society, so they were transferred to this place for the rest of their life. Like, once again, look at this shit. Despite the game being an activity center with a big size hub essentially, there's actually somewhat of an end game. And I only say somewhat because even after beating the game, you only get the creds by leaving Lego Island for the info tower. Anyways, to actually access the end game, first off, you don't need to be playing Pepper like I said earlier. He's the only one that really matters. Second off, have the helicopter be built, which is something you should have literally had built right after leaving the info tower when you started the game. Finally, just go to the pizzeria and activate the mission like normal. Which turns out to be a trick by the Brickster, so he used the burning hot pizza in your hand to burn down the prison bar so he can hijack the helicopter, then steal the red bricks, which is equivalent to the fucking Dragon Balls. Also, Pepper just lets it happen right in front of him. Like, you can't even do anything except skip the cutscene. When an Infomaniac is suggesting what should we do, the old ass nigga suggests a skateboard will be the best option to chase the Brickster. When there's 2 people in front of me with motorcycles. And you don't even get to use a skateboard. Since the town people are idiots, instead of, you know, rioting against the Brickster or something, they just panic. Okay.
Well, at least you got here before too much damage. We got most of the blockades.
Yeah, I don't think a fucking yellow brick's gonna do shit against him. Like, what is this shit? Anyway, you make it to the residential area, which reminders like 3 houses, despite being many people in-game, in the opening movie, and screenshots. Where the fuck y'all live? Anyways, while they are talking to you, the Brickster just shows up just to taunt us and drops a piece of the helicopter, which I guess the nigga just stuffed into the ambulance on some GTA shit. I'm far past not surprised. This leads to the next objective, which is to stay on his ass and pick up the pieces from the ambulance, which are from the helicopter. And I do mean stay on his ass, because it prevents, or at least lowers the chance of the motherfucker deleting buildings, which is important if you want to keep this mission easy. After picking up enough pieces from the Brickster, he hides in a cave, then the cops just make you go out and find the remaining pieces. Why don't we just go inside the fucking cave? Well, I checked, and I think the nigga just instant transmission out of there. Probably with the Dragon Ball Hokyo cool ass red brick he's holding. Once again, anyway, to find the remaining pieces of the helicopter, the game puts this repeating whistle that gets louder the closer you get to a piece. I don't even mind the whistle that much, like it's not that annoying as other people say it is. What is annoying is the fucking soundtrack being louder than the fucking whistle I need to complete the game with! I literally have to wait until this over-dramatic Looney Tune Powerpuff Girls ass song to chill out so I can listen to the fucking whistle so I can, you know, complete the mission. Easily the worst fucking track in the game, if I'm being honest. After that, you simply rebuild the helicopter and then the Brickster is out and you have to go chase them. The next and final minigame includes the worst fucking AI I've ever seen in a video game. Basically, what you have to do here is use the pieces to slow down the Brickster while using the donuts to speed up the cops. Like I said, the problem is though, the cop will see the Brickster right in front of them and just go the complete opposite direction for no reason. So you have to use these items the game provides you to make them snap out of their literal ADHD. The best strategy I have here is to try to get the Brickster and the cops around in the corner and basically make it easy for the cops to capture the Brickster there, since it's in a small space. Also overwhelm it with pieces and donuts so the AI goes near the objects. Eventually you win and then you get a huge celebratory cutscene. If you do manage to fail, it turns out time would have just reset anyway. So in reality, it's the Infomaniac that's the antagonist here. This nigga could have just reset the island at any time, but no, he let the whole event play out, bruh. And that's Lego Island. There's not really else much I can say about the game, though you can go to the top of the info tower and then change the skybox and play some music, which is cool. And there's also talk about the end credits, just very nostalgic. It plays the opening theme again, but like an extended version of it. Even the like closing words and then the game closing basically
Lego
gives me
Island was
massive
created by a
nostalgic
whole
goosebumps.
boxload of professional-
And yeah, that's my first review on this channel. I made like reviews in the past, but I never really like, they were not good reviews. They were very laggy, unedited, and like just poorly made. So here I'm gonna actually try to make something that someone would want to watch, you know. Thank you for watching. This is Mr. Shoulders out.